Here we have verse 25 of the 4th chapter of the Gospel of John. Jesus, of course, just having said to the woman something of such profound significance that it must have reached her at an entirely new level, as he declared to her, essentially repudiating the idea that worship would be restricted to any particular holy place, a geographic restriction, but rather that those who worship God must worship him in spirit, because indeed God is spirit, as Jesus sets forth that most profound aspect of the nature of our theology and understanding of the character of God. Well, he then pauses, and she responds, and it seems that now her insight has moved past simply viewing Christ as an interesting person, a prophet, a sage, and now she actually leaps to the next level of understanding his identity, which involves the notion of him being Messiah or Christ, Christos. And we have this as she responds now, beginning in verse 25. Here we have lege, of course a common word, lego, I say, third person singular, present active indicative. She says, auto, dative case, to him, he gune. So the woman says to him, oida. This is from edo, which means to know, I know. It is the word that's normally used in connection to knowing factual information, as opposed to gnosko, which has to do with personal acquaintance, knowing someone personally. This happens to be the perfect active indicative, first person singular. So I know, and the way it's stated here suggests she knows as an ongoing part of her understanding. This is not something that's dawned on her at this moment, but something that she has known as part of her education, part of her culture, and so on. And what it is that she's known, hoti, that, Messias, Messiah. Of course, this is taken from the Hebrew and or Aramaic, the term that was commonly applied to this one anticipated in the Old Testament, who would be coming, the Messiah. She says, Messias, the Messiah, erketai, from erkomai, third person singular, present active indicative. He is coming. The Messiah is coming. Ho legomenos, the being called. This is the participle, present passive participle, who is called or being called Christos, the Christ. And of course, you know these two words are essentially the same word in two different languages. Messiah on the one hand and Christos on the other mean anointed one. We think of christening as an anointing, that sort of thing. And of course, that's the word here. So she knows that someone is coming. She knows that Messiah is coming, and now she's beginning to suspect that this one who is so remarkable, as he has said to her such insightful things, exposing not only her own heart, but exposing the true character of God, could it be that this one is in fact the one that she has heard is coming? She continues, hotan, when. This is a adverb that takes the subjunctive, which is what we have right here. So elphe, once again, from erkamai, is the third person singular aorist active subjunctive. When he should come, or when he comes, ekenos, that one, demonstrative pronoun. When that one comes, anangale, anangale. This is from the word anangelo, which is a liquid verb. This is the future, you can see from the contraction there. He will, and the idea of this word, third person singular future active indicative, is to disclose, to deliver a message. The root of the word is actually angelos, which we think of as an angel or a messenger, and that's the verb form of this word. So he will bring us a message, he will deliver to us a message. Hemen, the first person plural pronoun, he will deliver it to us, the dative here. Hapanta. It's a very strong word. The word pas, pasa, or pan, words we've seen before in this text, mean all, but this actually strengthens it, as if to say every single thing. This one is going to disclose to us everything. He is going to be the great explainer of all the mysteries. And so she now begins to suspect and dare to believe that maybe this one that she is speaking with here in this casual conversation as it started at the well has actually presented himself to her as this one who was anticipated. And of course, Jesus will confirm that as we see his response in the next verse.